Today I'm going to show you how to do pixel art in Scratch, and we are also going to create something special for Mother's Day. So let's start. So firstly here I have a sprite as a cat. So there are mainly three methods of doing pixel art in Scratch. So I'm going to show you the first method right now, and for that we do it with code. So I'm going to go to looks. From here I'm going to scroll down and take this set color effect to block and place it right here. Let me just zoom in a bit. Right. So from here I'm going to change this color to pixelate. So it will be set pixelate effect 2. So it is 0 right now. Let's take it to what about 10? Okay, nothing happened only. So let's take it higher. Like 25. Okay, it has pixelated a bit. Let me do it more. Or what about 50? Okay, it is fully pixelated now. You can see the cat. So this was the first method. Now I'm going to create a duplicate of this sprite to show you the second method. So for that we need to right click on the sprite and then click on duplicate. Now from here I'm going to set the pixelate effect to 0 from the second sprite. Right, so this is our second cat and this is our first cat. First and the second. Now for this one we are not going to do it with the code. We are going to go to costumes. The method which I am telling you right now is the second method of doing pixel art. From here, we are going to convert it to bitmap. Now we are going to select a sprite with the help of this tool. I've selected it. Now make it small. After making it small, just leave it. Now select the sprite again and now make it big. See, it has also pixelated. So this was the second method. Now let me show you the third method. For that we need to paint in this, right? So I'm going to click on this. Not click on this, just hover your mouse over this and now click on this paint. After clicking on it, a new sprite will be created. Just a minute. Right, it has been created now. So this is a screen for creating a sprite, means we can draw anything right here for a sprite. So for that I'm going to zoom in a lot. Zoom in a lot. So that the squares on the grid appear very big. Now choose your brush. You can see it is very big and almost a perfect circle. Oh no, sorry, I forgot to tell you one thing. We need to convert it to bitmap. Right, now see, it is not a perfect circle also. It is pixelated a bit. Now change its brush width to 1. See, now it is just a little square. Now we can start drawing with it. Um, what can we draw? Let's draw type try to draw a muffin. So So I'm going to choose a good color for it, like brown. So for that I'm going to take it to yellow shade and change its saturation and brightness. Take it to orange, and there's your template. Now start drawing, and now just a minute. And yes, so now I'm going to draw some lines over here to give it a good look, like this and like this. And now I'm going to scroll up and draw the muffin. It was just a box type of thing. Now I'm going to draw the rest of the muffin. Now I'm going to fill it with a lighter shade of brown. In this area, I'm going to fill it with that color. So I'm going to take it to fill, and now I'm going to take it back to the darker shade. So for that, you can use this color picker tool, and I'm going to just pick the color and now fill it. Okay, fill this square also. Now you can draw something more also right here to give it a more good look, like this. Oh, sorry. Select the brush and now start drawing. Back to fill, brush, right. So our muffin is complete. Now take it back to the equal size. So it looks very small right now. So I'm going to select it and make it big. I'm going to select it and make it big. Okay. So this is my muffin. Two pixelated cats and one hand-drawn muffin. So you can see it looks pixelated right here. So these were the three ways. Now let's start picking our animation, or not actually an animation, something special. So I'm going to delete these three sprites, and now click on this cat. So for this special thing, we are going to choose a sprite from the sprite library. From the sprite library, you can find already made sprites which are ready for you to use. So I'm going to take a truck, a food truck. Food. So from here, I'm going to select this food truck right here, which is present. It's coming. Right, so if you want, you can also draw your own sprite by just hovering your mouse over over this cat icon and then click on this paint button right here. You can paint your own sprite like that. So now we need a good backdrop. So for that, I'm going to click on this backdrop scenery type of icon which is present right here. You can also draw your own backdrop if you want, but I'm going to take a backdrop which is already present and ready to use. So I'm going to take Colorful City. It is the name of the backdrop, so you can search for the backdrops or for the sprites in this search box. I'm going to write here colorful. Okay, I got it. So I'm going to make my truck smaller so that it fits something like 50. Okay, now I'm going to place it in the center of the screen, on the center of the screen. Now I'm going to go to its costumes and I'm going to give it a pixelated look. But this time I'm going to use the second method for this. So convert to bitmap and then select a sprite and then make it small and then again select the sprite and make it bigger. Wow. Okay, so this is our truck now. It looks beautiful. Now same we are going to do with the backdrop also. But in the backdrop I'm not going to make it small, otherwise its size would be small or way too big. That is why I'm going to use the first method for the backdrop. I'm going to select the stage and now go to code and now set, take this set color effect to block. Oh sorry. Set color effect to. Now change this color to pixelate. Now take it to what about 25? Okay, this looks good. And now we are going to write some text like Happy Mother's Day. So for that we are going to write it on the truck. Means the truck would be holding a flag kind of thing on which Happy Mother's Day would be written. So I'm going to go to its costumes and now I'm going to scroll up. Wait a minute. I'll need to make the truck a bit smaller. Otherwise the text wouldn't fit in. Or let me just drag and place it somewhere else. Like this place. Okay, it is fine. Now I'm going to scroll down more, a bit more. Okay, this much is fine. I think so. This much space would be enough to write. Okay, we will need to make it a bit smaller. Okay, fine. Now start by drawing a simple square on the top. Now this should be filled with color pinkish color, a bit lighter, or right, this one looks good. Now select text. From here select the color to white, and now start writing happy Mother's Day. Now you can change the style of the text. I'm going to take it to pixel, and now I'm going to make it bigger. Okay, not so much, this much. Now I'm going to drag it and place it right here. Now I'm going to make two simple line type of things. One from here till here. Wait a minute. Okay, just a minute. Undo it. Oh, right. Now change the line's color. Wait a minute. Undo it one more time. Right. Now change the line's color. Take it to the color picker and select the same color right here. Okay. Now let's start connecting it. So you can see the line also now. Okay, so the line is not visible. It is very thin. So increase its width with 5. No, no. What about 10? Okay, this looks good. Now select its color once more. Now start drawing the line. So you can see it is an effect like the truck is holding a flag kind of thing on which Happy Mother's Day is written. And now we are going to write it in the sky also, means sky. I'm going to go to code. Now I'm going to make a new sprite. Just a minute. Yes, so for creating a new sprite, we are going to paint a new sprite right now. So I'm going to, or okay, let's paint it. I'm going to click on the paint icon, and from here you can just write Happy Mother's Day right here also if you want, and just take it at the top of the screen. So instead of that, let's add a moving background at the back of the screen. So I'm going to go to stage, And from there I'm going to go to costumes. Okay, no need of going to costumes. So we are going to code for the stage now. So I'm going to go to events, take this when green flag clicked block, and now we go to looks, and then right here, from here, no, not to looks, go to motion. Wait a minute. Okay, so I forgot to tell you one very important thing, that if you want to make a moving backdrop, then you may need to make the backdrop a sprite. So how do we do that? So for that, need to go to backdrops, just decrease the size a bit. Right. Now convert it to vector. Firstly, okay. So the backdrop we are not going to need it afterwards. So I'm just going to select the backdrop like this, and from here I'm going to copy it. So I'm going to click on copy. So the image has been copied now. Now I'm going to paint a new sprite. I'm going to minimize it, and now I'm just going to paste it. Okay, just a minute now. This new sprite should be at this car which is present right here, means the truck which is present right here. Wait a minute. Firstly, delete the backdrop. Select the backdrop, means not actually delete it. Delete this colorful city one. Now the backdrop is all white. Now select your truck, go to code, and from here go to looks. From here scroll down, and now go to front layer. Okay, now go to events. Now take this when green flag clicked block and place it right here. And now select your this sprite one. Rename it as backdrop. I mean background. Background one. Now change its x and y to 0. X 0 and y also 0. So you can see that it is in the center now. So now after this, we need to code for our backdrop. So I'm going to take this when clicked, and then go to looks. From here we need a pixelated backdrop. Set color effect to, set pixelate effect to 25. Okay, not 25 also, 10. No, 25 is only. Okay. Okay, so pixelate effect to 25. Now from here we need to go to control and take a forever loop. and place one more if then block inside the forever loop. Now we need to go to motion. Now go to x and y 0, place it right here or at a starting. Right. Now change x by -5 for me. Change x by -5. Now we need to go to operators. So x is the means x is from left to right and y is from the top to the bottom. So from here we need to take the operators. From here we need to take this block and we need to write -460 right here. -460, and right here we need to take one x position block which we are going to take it from motion. Now from here we are going to scroll down and take this x position block and place it right here. Now we need to take one more block of go to. So scroll up, you go to 465 and y0. 465 and y0. Okay, now make a duplicate of the backdrop. Duplicate it. Right. So just a minute. Yes. So we are going to create a duplicate of a backdrop now. So for creating a duplicate, you need to just okay. So we have created it. So for creating a duplicate, you need to just right click on this and duplicate. Right. So now let's run. Okay, just a minute. Right. So let's run it. So I'm going to run it. So you can see that our backdrop is moving, but there's blank space before it. So when it reaches right here, it again starts. So that is fine that it is again starting, but we want the second backdrop to be at the back of the first back. Means it should be following the first backdrop. So for that, we are going to select our second backdrop and make it start from 465. So when it will start, its x will be 465 and its y will be 0. Right. So let's run it. So you can see that it appears that our vehicle is moving, and actually our vehicle is at one place only and it isn't moving. but a backdrop is moving. So it makes us feel like the vehicle is moving. So this was how we create an animation in Scratch with pixel art. Thank you. Hope you liked it. And happy Mother's Day to everyone. And if you liked my video, then please like, share and subscribe it.